So, I'm kidding. I'm actually playing, Metroid Other M. Now, this is called Metroid Mother, and I decided that this would be fun to stream. Sorry to ruin the music there. Hearing that crust again. Yeah, I didn't think I was streaming tonight either, but here I am. This is a nice song. When it works. Why is, so the music is skipping. But I'll explain what this is. This is an alternate dimension, quality of life improvement version of Metroid 1. And, it combines 3 different quality of life improvement Metroid 1 alternate reality. Oh god, how do I say this without saying the word ROM hack? Ah, fuck! Well, it combines Metroid plus saving, MDB-Troid, Infinity's End, and something called Roids. I might have to switch to a different NES. Because this is all crusty sounding, you know? You can hear it. Let's see. Yeah, so, I don't know, I was in the mood to play Metroid 1 for a while, and, I was getting a little bit of, like, you know, I was like, do I really want to play this? And then I saw that this existed. And I said, you know what? Yeah, sure, why not? It looks pretty good. There's a mini-map. It's actually got like a more detail than I expected. Samus doesn't look... Samus doesn't look exactly how Samus used to look. Here, I'll show you. I need to show you what Samus looked like. Hang on a minute. The suit actually looks kind of decent, but I may have to, I may have to switch. You have to give me a second here, I'm sorry. I think I didn't do enough research. The original sprite was not good. Why is it called Mother? I don't know. Other M? Mother? Sup, ma? Bros? I actually think Mother, well, Mother Brain, right? Mother Brain. I actually think that Metroid 1 is a great game. It's just, like, trapped in crust. Okay, now let me show you what Metroid 1 looks like, usually, just so you have a reference point, because some people maybe don't know. But, here's what the sprite of Samus looked like originally, which is just robot. It's just robot person with like a dome. Here, Samus kind of looks like Samus. But yeah, this game isn't terribly long, and I haven't streamed Metroid 1 in years. And I figured this would be something to keep me entertained as much as it is for you. But, yeah, I can tell you some of the improvements that you will be seeing, aside from just, visuals and map. Cybernetic life form, Metroid! There's gonna be a lot of corridor jumping, so... Anyway, mini-map, saves, beam stacking, better ice beam and bombs. Nicer title screen, nicer endings, updated run animation, updated player sprite, updated enemy sprites, enlarged and updated Kraid. Now, if your Kraid is enlarged, then you should probably see a doctor. But in this case, it should be alright. Updated mother brain, various updated tiles. Nicer background tiles, animated lava doors, elevator, animated corridors, animated Norfair, various updated tiles, etc. So lots of updates all throughout the thing. It's Metroid 1, but just quality of life improvement, and not completely redone like Metroid Zero Mission. Which, by the way, Zero Mission might be the best entry point. If anyone hasn't played a Metroid game, I'd say that that's a good one. You want to jump in on that one. So, okay. This game is going to be a little difficult. With saving, it shouldn't be too bad. Okay, so, I need... Someone said, wouldn't this get cease and desisted? Depends on how scummy Nintendo feels, but they'd also have to cease and desist about 47,000 other, modifications, enhancements, you know, hacks. Period. You know, like that exists for every other game. They could do it. I need missiles before I can get some of that stuff, right? Missiles. I actually have a lot to talk about when it comes to the original Metroid. This is a game that I probably played more than most of my other NES games. Because it seemed endless. Like, there's just so much of it. And there's so many secrets. And there was, like, a lot of weird glitches, and... You know, so I'd boot up Metroid constantly. And, when Super Metroid came out, that was pretty much the end of my life, because I just played that forever. But, yeah, I think that, you know, this game... It's dated. There's no missiles down here, are there? No. Weird thing is, I think Super Metroid is actually shorter than this game. If you're not going, like, super fast. Oh, there's missiles here, okay. But, yeah, one of the worst things ever is the fact that in Metroid, you start with short beam. It's just like a little dinky beam. Doesn't go very far. Oh, you can't aim diagonal. Look at Samus's ribcage. What the fuck? But yeah, there's a lot of weird things in this game. Like, there's some areas that you have to get to where you just basically bomb a wall. A random wall or a random piece of tile, and you don't even really know that you have to do that. And then you just do it, and then, oh, that's the way I have to go. Someone said, hi, Joel. Hi, Joel. What's up? That's me and you. I accidentally shot a missile. And now I need one. But yeah, before I can actually get to... There we go. Now, before I can actually get to some good exploring, I need a couple of items. Like this, right here. The long beam. These are those pills that make you long. Also, is it just me, or Samus's, I'm gonna call them bullets, don't look very effective. They just look like little green super balls. Like puke-colored super balls. They didn't look much better in the actual Metroid 1, non-Mother version. Oh, here's a fun glitch. I thought this was intentional when I was a kid. I was like, why are certain things turning a different color? Like, watch. See how it's silver? Oh, I guess it just stays silver. There's a glitch where you go into a door and then you can, like, cut it, like, go to different areas early and end up in glitch areas. There's so much. Vinny, speaking of Mother, would you ever do Earthbound Beginnings? Nope. Nope. So it's a question I get a lot, and I think it's a fair question, but no. This I think goes to Torian. Right? Let me just check and see here. Yeah, that's not the way to go. Or we can take a look at it real quick, but... Yeah, I'm sorry to shoot that game down, it's just not... You know, I know what it is. I know it didn't age well. I know this game didn't age particularly well either, but I have a ton of nostalgia for this, and, yeah, you need to kill both Kraid. This is like that room in Super Metroid. But yeah, it's something that, you know, I'm not really all that interested in. I think there's probably a number of story retrospectives I could watch, and I would just do that instead. Why is this called Mother? I think we've not fully established that. But Mother Brain. And also there seems to be a theme of Mother in Metroid. Other M, Mother. Jesus God. Dear God. But it's, you know, again, it's an amalgamation of 3 separate, what should I call them? I don't want to call them ROM hacks, because they're not that, but what do I call them? I need a code word. Kush. 3 different Kush. Three different improvement packs. Okay. Now... You know, this mini-map is fantastic. Vinny, so why would you choose to play this over Zero Mission? They're very different still. Metroid 1 and Zero Mission are different. See, there's an inherent nostalgia I have for Metroid 1. I streamed Metroid Zero Mission already not that long ago, and it's great. Worth checking out. Even better than Metroid 1. Easily. One of the best Metroid games / Metroidvanias I've ever played. But there's a charm to Metroid 1, and it's a really, like... I don't know, there's something really extra gloomy and desolate about this compared to the future Metroid games. This game, I would say... Oh, I don't have ball yet. Can't... Oh, I have ball, but I don't have ball bomb. Yeah, this game is just... There's something about it that I like revisiting every now and then, even if it's once every 5 years. And once I saw... Once I saw that this existed, this Mother thing... I figured, yeah, this is perfect. And I like the idea of Metroid 1 with beam stacking. It's kind of cool. Okay, I have to figure out where to get Ball Bomb. I think it might be over there. We shall see. Again, I don't remember. I remember some of the stuff in this game, but not all of the stuff. Vinny, how do you play old games for so long without getting bored? Nostalgia? I grew up with these games. I had nothing else. It was this or, like, building a little house out of matches. People are writing Vinny the Boomer. Well, funny you should say that because the enemies I'm killing are called Zoomers. Oh, look at that. They even updated the, sprite. They... Okay, now take a look over here. This is a crackly ground tile. And if you look at the water, the two areas, the two ones that you can stand on aren't animated. So there's a big fucking clue. But yeah, I would be the first to tell you that a lot of NES games that I grew up with did not age well. Metroid 1 is a little bit better than a lot of the games I'm referring to. Like Wrecking Crew, or, you know, like Excite Bike is fun for 5 minutes. Or 10 minutes, maybe 20. But I don't like a lot of the NES games on the NES Classic, which is why I didn't buy it. Or not that I don't like them, but I feel like the best games for people who didn't grow up with the NES are like Zelda 1, Zelda 2, you know, Mario 1, 2, and 3, Dr. Mario. Yeah, like, some of the Mega Man stuff, Castlevania 3. Even those are, like, hard games that would probably lose some people, but here's my thoughts on Wrecking Crew. Wrecking Crew is actually a good game. And some of these other games, like Duck Hunt. I like Duck Hunt. How long will it hold someone's attention that didn't grow up with NES? I think that's an argument. Like, if you're into Super Metroid, or if you're really into any of the newer Metroid games, you could probably go back to this and get something out of it. Oh, I still like Kid Icarus. One day I'll stream Kid Icarus again. I don't know if Kid Icarus is something that would, I don't know if someone who's never played NES would like Kid Icarus, but... the original. Vinny, I love Zelda 2, but it's one of the last games I would give to someone who's never played an NES. Yeah, fair enough. I don't know, I think it holds up pretty okay, but that's just me. See, I'm not the kind of guy you want to ask this question to. Because I have my biases. Having played certain games growing up. Like, one of my favorite NES games is Jackal. I think Jackal is fantastic. It's a Konami game where you're in like a fucking truck and you shoot and you have missiles and grenades and stuff and it's co-op. I think that game still holds up and is still pretty great, but I think someone who's never played NES would probably hate it, or at least kinda hate it. Because it's hard, and the hitboxes are a little bit wonky, and there's slowdown, and yeah. Another game I grew up with, Operation Wolf, which is a light gun game that was better in the arcade. But Operation Wolf, I never completed. Just couldn't be, it's too fucking hard. See, Konami remade, well not remade, but they updated Contra. They gave us like a Castlevania game on WiiWare. Like, they brought back some of their old franchises. Like, they probably could have done the same thing for Jackal, but they just didn't. I never played the original Metal Gear on the NES, nor did I play the MSX sequel. So here's something that you might have never known about, unless you got really lucky. In the original Metroid, the non-improved version, let's say, what you just saw was not telegraphed at all. There was no crack on the floor. You just had to guess that it was there. But part of the appeal of this game was, like, you could ask your friends at school, "Hey, what do you do?" "Oh, you gotta bomb the area, my dude!" Oh, they didn't say that. Someone wrote telegraphing equals hand-holding. Yeah, but that's not... it's not, like, an extreme... It's not black or white. Here's what I mean by that. I need some missiles. If, in order to progress, I told you that the only way to get any further in this game was to bomb that one block that I just bombed. That one right there. You'd be like, that's bullshit. That's obtuse bullshit. However, this game has a number of instances. Just like that. Well, there's the ice beam already. Someone said that shit is why I stopped playing La Mulana. The obtuse bullshit was ridiculous. I get recommended La Mulana a lot, but I've seen streams of it, and I know it would just end up being audience versus Vinny. So I just don't want that stress. I'm good. I know I'm not hardcore, I'm not cool, that's fine. I can live with that. So there's beam cycling in this. Hang on a minute, I don't know how to do that. Beam stack. Oh, no, beam stacking. Sorry, beam stacking. So in Metroid, the thing that would happen is you'd get a beam, and it would replace the other beam. So if you get the wave beam, it doesn't stack with the ice beam. So you just have to, like, get one or the other. And you need the ice beam at various points. There we go. One of the most effective things that you can do to kill enemies. Freeze them, place bombs on top of them. And it's just fun. Vinny, what's your opinion on the Pikmin series? Let's see, I've seen that question asked about 7 or 8 times. Okay. Yep. It's a pressing question, everybody. No, they're not gonna get banned. Pikmin 2 is great. I like Pikmin 3 as well. And I've never played Pikmin 1. Oh no. Oh no, God no. Oh fuck. I fell down the jape pit. Yep, this game has a jape pit. Forgot about this. It's okay. You know how long this took me to get out of when I was a kid? Fucking hours! Alright, maybe not hours. Vinny, what do you think about Steinfeld? They didn't say Steinfeld. I liked that show. I haven't watched it in a long time. Yeah, but then, no, there was a jape pit that you could just fall into. One of them has the ice beam, the other is japes. And you just witness the jape pit. But, you know, hand-eye skill was not good. My coordination was very bad when I was 6, when I was playing this. 4, 5, and 6 were the ages I was playing this game the most. And, my motor skills were also very bad. You know what? There hasn't been much improvement. But at least I got out of the pit. And, I'll tell you what. That could have been up to a half hour if I was 6. You're lucky I'm not streaming at the age of 6, chat. You are so lucky. Massive. So, I've been playing this game so far for what? Less than a half hour? And I already have the ice beam. I think this is the earliest ice beam you get in any Metroid game. Don't have a lot of else. A lot of other stuff. A lot of else. Wow. Vinny, do you know why so many people despise Other M? I do know why, and I will tell you in a moment. But I made maps. Like, my cousin would play this, and I would draw on paper. I would make maps. We would try to, like, find all the secrets. And again, this is a game that took a while because you have to write down passwords. Sometimes you'd lose the passwords. So it might take a couple of, like, weeks to beat a game like this, whereas now you could knock it out in one sitting if you know what you're doing, or if you have a map online or something. Other M... I give you a couple reasons really quickly. The story itself was bizarre. Some character stuff was ruined. I feel. The hand-holding, the whole plotline of Adam, taking away Samus's empowerment as a cool character. Like a self-sufficient character, just for some dumb plot reason. Then you have, like, it's a 3D game, and you have to use a Wiimote on its side like an NES controller in a 3D space. And if you want to shoot missiles in first person, you have to, like, point the Wiimote at the screen. It was just not very fun. That said, there are aspects of the game that are good, and I don't consider it to be less than a 6 out of 10 game. So, it's not terrible. There's worse games that exist on this planet. Vinny, what do you think about Anthony Higgs, best character in Metroid? And I remember him. But yeah, I really hope they never go back to that in any official capacity. You know, like, I don't want to hear about those characters ever again. I don't want the story to ever return to Other M and all the bizarre shit that happened there. Yeah, and then sometimes, like, you had to find specific pixels in first-person mode, otherwise you couldn't advance. Ugh. Can you jump crouch in the first game? No, in Metroid you can't crouch at all. You could just ball. You can only aim up, left, or right. You can't even aim down. In some ways it makes it more like Castlevania. Like, all your actions have to be really methodical. Like, not entirely like Castlevania, but, like, the limited range of abilities that you have and actions means you have to be a lot more precise about what you want to do. Also in this game, every missile upgrade is vital. Okay, now, I want to show you guys a couple things real quick. We don't know where they came from. Here, let me show you a couple things that I said I would show you. So that is a felt meat and a crocheted scoot and a Talking Heads record that someone sent me. Now, I don't remember the names of everyone that sent me stuff, and I deeply apologize for that. So if you want to tweet me or email me and let me know what you made for me, I'll get you on the next stream. However, the meat is posable, and it's amazing, and it was made by some repulsive imp. I don't know who made the scoot. I threw out that box, but thank you for the scoot. I'll let everybody know next time. And the Talking Heads album was sent by someone named Alyssa. So thank you for that. Okay, so that's one. I love these. That meat is wonderful. Then you have this. So there's some digital art framed. I don't know. I know it's based on Paprika. Like, I know that's what it's based on, but I don't know who made it. So please send me an email or tweet at me and let me know who that is so I can say next time. And then the scoot was made by 87 Octane. So I know that, and it's amazing. Thank you. Fucking amazing stuff. And then this stuff is from Mothman. Hang on. Let me flip. I got to flip before we can watch it. Okay. I know vertical video, but it worked best for this one. A nice art. And then what's this? Yow. Pretty fucking amazing. So I've been meaning to show off some of this stuff for a little while. I just haven't done it. Again, let me know if you made some of that stuff and I didn't give you credit for it. But I love that stuff. Thank you, anyone. You know, the P.O. Box, I refuse some stuff from time to time because I just don't... I don't know what to do with a lot of it. And I get really sentimental about some of it. Like, I'm not an overly sentimental person, but when someone makes something for me by hand, I have to keep it. But yeah, it's great. It's really great, and I appreciate anyone who sends me stuff. If I've missed showing something you sent me, you guarantee that I appreciate it, I have it, and I will store that. And then one day when I die and someone inspects my earthly possessions, they will look at it and be like, this guy was fucking weird. This guy must really like ducks and worms. Who the fuck is this guy? Hey! Hey, Emilio! Get in here, Emilio! This fucking guy likes ducks and worms! I don't know why, like New York City garbage men are going through my stuff. Oh! We got some garbage in the house! That's a New York thing. Legally, what happens when you die in New York is that the sanitation department breaks into your house. They throw a garbage pail. They throw a garbage pail through your window. They break in and they're like, oh! And then they just start throwing your shit out. They drive away. They put it in a dump somewhere. And then the next person moves in and they have to, like, just renovate. Because it's all just broken shit. Oh! A lot of that. That's how the New York, sanitation department communicates. They communicate through O's. So here's one. Oh! That means watch out. Oh! That one means that there's a lot of garbage at this house. Oh! That means open up the hatch of the garbage truck. I gotta throw one in. Oh! That means it's time to drive away to the next house. Speaking of obtuse. Norfair. Yep. This is a thing. Remember that. I gotta come back to that. Vinny, is there one for not that much garbage? Yeah, it's- oh! Speaking of garbage, that Made in Staten Island show might have been canceled because they just MTV just secretly removed it from their listings and then just haven't played it after 3 episodes. Welcome to Staten Island. This is where my bosses are made. We got it tough here on Staten Island. No, you don't. No, I guarantee you don't have it tough on Staten Island. I guarantee that mob bosses aren't made from 18-year-old kids with a fade that have cars that cost $80,000 that were given to them by their parents. I guarantee you it's not that hard. But that's what the show is about. You know. So, there are a lot of complaints about the show. Apparently ratings weren't that good. It's possible that they just quietly canceled it. I don't know if that actually happened, but that seems to be a rumor. Speaking of Staten Island, here's some good news for my hometown. You know the movie What We Do in the Shadows? It's the comedy vampire movie by Taika Waititi and Jermaine from Flight of the Conchords. One of my favorite movies of the past 5 years. I love that movie. I've seen it several times. It's great. Check it out. It's really worth watching. So, and Taika Waititi directed Thor Ragnarok. Dude's talented as fuck. So he and Jermaine developed a TV show version of it. And it stars new characters, but it's got the same, you know, tone. Like, the humor is the same, but it just stars new characters. Anyway, it takes place in Staten Island. So, the movie, the vampires were from New Zealand. In the show, the vampires live on Staten Island for some reason. No explanation given as to why this is the case. I don't know if they're actually filming on Staten Island. Vinny, do you... Nary, I hate you for this, by the way, but I'm gonna read it. Vinny, do you think the unannounced game Retro Studios was working on is actually a Battle Royale Fort-like game? I'm only upset at you because you said Fort-like. Because I haven't heard that term before, and I'm surprised I haven't thought of it first. That's the only reason I'm upset. That's it. Just that one reason. So, you know, you can kind of find out where you're going because of the mini-map, but again, remember, you're flying by the seat of your pants when you're playing Metroid on NES without a map. Because that did not have a mini-map, this does. So you often had to just run around in circles until you found something, or, you know, you make a mental map and you're like, oh, I missed something, clearly. And then you just bomb every wall and hope for the best. But this is a nice secret area. Couple missiles. Did you hear about Capcom is interested in putting Dante in Smash? I think they said that people are gonna have to be a little bit more vocal about Devil May Cry on Switch before Dante gets in Smash. I think that would be kinda cool. This is interesting to me. I'd be down for that. Dante is pretty cool. I wouldn't put him in my top 5. I don't know what my top 5 are off the top of my head at the moment. But I could think of worse. Fuck. I think I fucked up. I got a bomb jump, I think. I don't know the rhythm. Fuck. Metroid 1 bomb jumping. Tutorial. Tutorial. It's all Super Metroid. It's all Super Metroid. God damn it. Where's Nintendo Power when you need it? Vinny, aren't the high jump boots like right below you? I don't know where they are. I actually don't know where they are. Bomb, again the moment it first explodes and at the peak of the jump. Oh, I see. I can't actually bomb when... I see, okay. It won't let me add another bomb. This is not good. Who can I pass the controller to? They made this so much easier in Super Metroid, dear God. That sucks. I just don't want to have to go through all that again, but yeah, it looks like we're gonna have to do all this again. Sorry, everybody. It'll probably be quicker if I go back this way than if I were to, actually learn how to bomb jump. High jump is down. Okay. Well, here's what I need to do. I need to get some fruit juice. I bought this fucking weirdo fruit juice from Trader Joe's. It's like strawberry, orange, and banana. It's like, why? Why does that exist? Why are we doing this to these poor fruit? It's like Porky's butthole from Mother 3 combining chimeras. I don't know. I haven't even tried it yet. I'm gonna do a fruit juice review live on stream. Alright, give me a second here. I gotta try this juice. 866 fruit! Orange, strawberry, banana. Chunky, is that normal? I can't see you from here, chat. You gotta let me know if it's normal. Do a jupe if it's not normal. I didn't see any jupes. Alright, well this is running on empty juice review. And, I don't know. I'm kidding, it wasn't actually chunky. It's very good. It's very good. It's a nice combo. I shook it. It wasn't just, you know, straight from the carton. Surprising. Yeah. It's not like I haven't had a combo juice drink before, you know? But this one just ticks all the right boxes. It's like, not one flavor overpowers the other. Maybe a little bit more banana. No pulp. Maybe like a little bit more. I'd say like 40% banana. 25%... No, maybe like, yeah, 40% banana, and then 30-30. But that is fine, because bananas is nice. I don't know. That's my review. I'd give this probably like a 6.8 out of 10. On my scale, a 6.8 is excellent. What would be a 10? The 10 would have to be like, Jesus Gordon-Levitt. And the Second Coming. No, this is a very good juice drink, and I'm happy I decided to. I'm happy I decided to review it. Lovely. I wasn't in the mood for tea tonight. Or water. You know, I gotta keep the energy levels high and get my nutrients. Did you know that Willie Nelson is making, cannabinoid oil? Cannabinoid? How do you say that? Cannabinoid? Cannabinoid? I'll just say CBD. Coffee? Cannabinoid. He's making weed coffee. I just wanted to let you know about that. That's his business venture. One, I didn't realize that Willie Nelson was still alive. I'm happy he is, but that is very interesting. Okay, so, yeah, I don't know, man. This oil stuff is getting big all around the country and the world. Vinny, are you on the drugs again? No! I guess me saying it like that didn't really convince anyone. Maybe I should have spoken, I should have said that in Garbage Man. Oh! Fucking hell. See what you have to do in this game sometimes to get away from trouble? You have to fucking just run. Gameplay-wise, there's not much of a change. I was trying to farm some health. Damn it. So you got some nice visuals, you got a couple of quality of life improvements and adjustments, but it still plays like Metroid 1, and it's still challenging in that way. Is it the best way for a game to be challenging? Probably not. Some people's moms think that Vinny is a stoner. Mine just thinks he's a fucking idiot. You know what the worst part of that is? You're watching an idiot. God. Who's that idiot you're watching again? Makes me I like him. I learned from him. Did you know that Willie Nelson's making weed coffee? Yes! I was hoping that would be an E-tank. What's weirder, weed coffee or Crystal Skull vodka? I'd say the weed coffee, because the vodka is actually good from what I've heard. It's just vodka in a skull. It looks like a real skull, but it's not a real skull. Then again, real skulls aren't made out of crystal or glass. Unless you're an Anunnaki or an Indiana Jones. Honk. Celebrity vodka, so it's pricey. Yeah, it's true. Celebrity brands of, you know, anything are gonna be... Wasn't Kanye selling, like, just a white t-shirt? And it was, like, $200? Was it Kanye or was it someone else? It was just a t-shirt. I don't know what kind of material, what, like, fucking Himalayan yak was used. It was Kanye? But, if you can make something like that, and then sell it, it's like, it goes back to who's the idiot or the person that watches the idiot stream. It's one of those things. Sorry, I'm good. I'm good. It's just, if people are buying that, and it's selling, then, I mean, Kanye's the smart one, because then he's making money off of people. Jesus. Never thought I'd arrive at that conclusion. Someone mentioned that David Gilmour from Pink Floyd was selling his guitars. He's selling 120 guitars, everybody. There's the jump. And he's selling two... Well, he's selling three in particular that are... You know, this isn't like a replica. These are actually guitars he used throughout the 70s and 80s and stuff. And he's selling 120 of them. One is an acoustic he used for Wish You Were Here, which is mind-numbing to think that he's going to be selling that. And it's all going to charity, by the way. Papa Gilmour don't need the money. Dark Side of the Moon is still selling gangbusters, so I don't think the dude needs the money. But, so, I want to see if he's got a Telecaster he's selling, because I have a Strat. I don't need any more Strat. And even so, I probably wouldn't want it, because it would just be too expensive. But I want to tell you about three of the guitars in particular, aside from the Wish You Were Here acoustic. Check this out. One is his black Strat, which he used to record most of Dark Side of the Moon, The Wall, Animals, Wish You Were Here. He used it live a lot. That's like his signature Stratocaster guitar. He's selling that. That is his signature guitar. That's like if Jimmy Page sold his Les Paul. So, or if Link sold the Master Sword, for a better analogy. $100,000 to $150,000 people are predicting it will go for. Then, he's selling another Stratocaster, 0001. Which he's used on a bunch of songs, but it's this white Strat from, I'll show you real quick, even if this doesn't really appeal to most people. I think this is interesting. This guitar is 1954, right? And its serial number is 0001. Also, possibly $100,000 to $150,000. Then he's selling the gold top Les Paul that he used for the solo in Another Brick in the Wall Part 2. Can't play too much of it, but that. Okay. That's about as much as I can play without getting beamed. That is not actually a Strat. Apparently that's a Les Paul. And that one's going probably for about another 100,000. But he's selling 120 guitars, probably some of which he only used like a couple times that don't have as much history. I wouldn't be surprised if some of them only go for like $1,000. I say only, but the truth is, you can get a non-David Gilmour owned guitar for $1,000 at Sam Ash, and it won't be as good as that. Screw attack already, yeah? You make progression fast in Metroid 1 if you know where you're going. Still waiting on that wave beam, which is gonna make life even easier. Oh, the map is super helpful. Absolutely. I might be able to kill Ridley tonight, too. Question is, there's a dead end. Vinny, do you know what Screw Attack's death? Yeah, I can talk about that. But, yeah, I think it's kind of cool. Gilmour said he's not retiring. I mean, he's in his 70s. And again, he doesn't need the money. But Pink Floyd's not coming back. You know, Rick Wright passed away. Syd Barrett's obviously, you know, been dead for a little while now. Him and Roger don't really talk still. Nick is doing his own thing, so the band isn't really happening, and his solo stuff could come back. He's keeping a number of guitars. It's not like he's selling everything he has. He just said that he wants to, you know, inspire people to play these instruments that he's owned. And, I think he said something like, you know, he just wants to make money for charity. So good on him. Oh no. Oh god. Oh god, no. Vinny, if Gilmour makes another album, what would you want it to be like? His last album or On an Island? On an Island, easily. Fuck. I like his first solo album a lot. But I know he wouldn't do stuff like that. I saw him live when he did, On an Island. And I got to see him do Echoes with Rick. That was really good. So... I mean, yeah. Pretty big fan, obviously. But he did all of On an Island, so I especially like that album. Anyway, so, Screw Attack. Music discussion is now over. You can open your ears again. It's safe. Open them. This is a dead end, but there might be an upgrade over here. Or two. So Screw Attack is now dead. Screw Attack was like a video I don't know, I used to watch their stuff. They're just a different thing now, but, wasn't... What website were they on? GameTrailers? There was some website that they were on where they did, like, top 10s and everything, and, I think AVGN was on there for a little while. I used to watch it. I mean, I'm not, like, totally distraught that they're gone, but there's a lot of nostalgia there, and there was some influence for me as well. I see a lot of people on Twitter saying it was, like, their primary influence for getting into YouTube videos. And, I could see that. So I used to enjoy some of that stuff, for sure. I actually ended up making a video. I got contacted by GameTrailers a while back. 6 years ago, maybe more, and they wanted me to be a part of their GameTrailers.com thing. They wanted to host Vinesauce on there, the same way they did AVGN. And I did one video for them, which was actually just the Zelda corruption video, and it was with bonus footage. And that was it. It was on there, and they never contacted me back. The video didn't perform the way they wanted it to, I guess. But the thing was, they weren't offering me anything. There was no... like... there was no money. There was no... like, it wasn't like, oh, if you're on here, you're gonna make big bucks. No. It was just, do you want to be on this website? And I said, okay, because I liked AVGN, and he was on that website. Exposure can buy you a lot of things. Fake burgers, for example. You can feed your family with fake burgers if you need to. Make-believe mac and cheese. That's my favorite thing you can buy with exposure. Speaking of getting contacted, I got contacted by a company that I guess didn't see the, it's okay, this is a speedrunning tactic. I got contacted by a company, you know... Oh, by the way, Lambie Mamby Pants made the crocheted scoot, just to let you know, I found out just now. Thank you for the scoot. Do you know when you listen to podcasts and they have companies that do the advertisements, they do the advertisements like 866 Fruit? Well, I got contacted by one of those that I guess didn't read on my email form that I don't do sponsorships. And it was the best email I ever got. I mean, I'm not gonna do it, but I need to read this to you for a second. Okay, so the company said, some really big people, like Phil DeFranco and Nerdwriter, use this company, right? They said, hey Vinny, really enjoyed your Red Dead video. Your reaction after you accidentally kicked the dog was pretty hilarious. I think you have great content and a highly engaged audience. I would love to work with you on an upcoming campaign with blah blah blah. Dear Vinesauce, we love the way you kill dogs on your stream every night. Would you like to work with Dollar Shave Cock? For $3 a month, you get the shit shower and cock kit. Vinny, imagine that, potentially getting a sponsorship deal because you kicked the dog in a video. obviously there's probably more videos that they looked at and they saw the numbers and they were like, you know what, let's be specific. And that was the specific example they cited. Amazing. Vinny, are you still getting emails from that Korean producer after you made another light? No, but every now and then someone emails me wanting me to pay them for mixing. Okay, so we've had some success on Bandcamp, which I'm really appreciative for. And on 2 occasions this has happened, where someone has mixed the song differently. That's already mixed and mastered, by the way. But they did their own version of it. And they said, hey, check out what I did. It took me about an hour, and I mixed I'm a producer from Nashville or wherever, and I mixed your song because I didn't like the way this sounded. I would like for you to work with me, and if you want to work with me, it'll be this much money for this song and the others. Now, I emailed one of those guys back and I said, you know, I didn't ask for this. And they said, no, no problem, I understand. It's not, I wasn't asking you to pay for what I've already done, that was my choice. But, the other guy, I didn't even bother. So it's not like they're trying to extort me for money, it's just a weird thing that they did. I live in a weird fucking world. And I like to share a story or two every now and then, and some I don't even bother. God damn it. Try this again, see if I can get to Ridley. Again, not actually starting with HP after you die is a bit of a bummer. But that's how Metroid do. Also, the channel that I was talking about, I mentioned this before, but I've been watching a little bit more of the abandoned mall stuff, is, the name of the guy's channel is just Sal. So if you like abandoned malls or abandoned buildings, and you want to hear their story as this dude walks through them, that's the channel. Sal, S-A-L. Not Impractical Jokers. No, no. I like that picture of Sal that he doesn't like when people post. I think, you know, it's funny because Joe, the guy who, some of you, most of you know who he is, I talk about. He's the guy at the studio, my friend Joe, plays bass and Red Vox produces it. He, you know, the inner group that he's in is friends with Sal. Like, he, you know, he knows Sal for years. And I think he got a Secret Santa of Sal's girlfriend or something. It might not have even been, I don't know who it was in particular, but this past year. So if he, not Joe Gatto, no. So if he gets Sal next year for Secret Santa, I'm gonna help him, and I'm gonna get one of those pillows. You know the meat pillow that I just showed you guys? with the stuff. This stuff. I'm gonna tell Joe, okay, get one of those pillows, but put the picture of Sal's face on it that he hates. And just put that in a nice, like, wrap it up, put it in a nice bag, and then just have him take a look at it and see if he discovers. Sal Volcano, yeah, that's him. I mean, speaking of Staten Island, yeah, they're all from here. I don't know them. I only know Sal and barely, but he's nice. From the... How many times have I worked with him? I've worked with him twice, and I'd spoken to him on a couple of other occasions, but I haven't seen him in years. Monster. There's a flex. I guess it could be considered a flex to know someone who's on TV. But I often say I don't even know if he would remember me. Someone just said, I never knew Metroid was this stressful. Oh, it's fucked. The original Metroid took me a long time to beat on my own because of how stressful it is, and because of how little health you actually get. And look at some of the shots I have to make, too. Like, I have to be perfectly precise. Ooh. What the fuck? Vinny, is Staten Island really that small that everyone knows each other? Even though Staten Island is smaller than the other boroughs in New York City, it's still got over 500,000 people. Well over 500,000 people. You compare that to most other, like, small towns, it's pretty big. But yeah, everyone's named Vinny here, so that gets a little confusing. Like, I'll be out someplace and they'll be like, Vinny! I'll be like, what? Vinny! Whoa! Vinny! Oh! And a bunch of garbage men show up, throw me through a fucking window. That and the vampires. Oh, and the Dementors. Oh! Is there anything over there? Vinny, it's not too late to get the Varia suit. I'm going to assume the Varia suit is... Let's see on the map. It's in Brinstar. It's all the way back in Brinstar. It cuts damage in half. Yeah, I don't know if I can do that. This place is a fucking nightmare. Look at that. Look at that cheap bullshit. Look at how little health I have left now because of that cheap bullshit. Okay, so I'll tell you what. I need the Varia suit, and I need the wave beam. And I'm gonna show you right now, real quick, before I do Super Pat Mario, I'm gonna show you that I can get them. Okay. Is the wave beam in Brinstar too, or is that Kraid? I don't know. Also, I think... Wave beam is Norfair? Okay, so then on the way back down to Ridley, next time I play this game, I'm gonna get the wave beam. But I definitely need the Varia suit, without a doubt. In this game, it doesn't protect you from, like, a fiery, hot area as much as it just allows you to not die so quickly. Which is just as important when you have enemies that spawn on you when you enter a room. Is that it right there in the middle of my screen right now of the map? That's it. I'm gonna trust someone named Phazon Suited in chat for Metroid advice. They seem to know Metroid things. That's my guess. It was supposed to be called the barrier suit, correct, yeah. That was a mistranslation, was it? Now, again, it's one thing to play this game and know generally what things are, where things are, but imagine playing it for the first time, and you get down to Lower Norfair, and you take that much damage, and you don't even know that a barrier suit exists. So again, you'd have to, like, talk to people in school. Or call the Nintendo helpline for $1 a minute. Or whatever it was. There's, like, a little video on the news about the Nintendo hotline, where, you know, the instruction manual would come with a phone number that you could call. And it was just a bunch of, like, cool dudes at Nintendo sitting on a phone, you know, playing the games, reading through, like, the guide. Alright, so if you want to get to Ridley's lair, you should probably get the Varia suit first. It's up a lot. What do you mean up a lot? It's just up, like, you gotta go up I don't know what that means. Like, there's a green area, and you go up from there. There's... Okay. Alright, so you go to Brinstar, and from there, you have to, go left. I don't know what Brinstar is. There's no map in this game, Mr. Nintendo Hotline. Vin, what are you doing? I think I might need this zoomer. Zoomer is only required for early Varia suit? Okay. Never mind then. Oh, okay. Alright, yeah. So if you want early Varia suit, you have to bring that dude up there. I remember having to do that. And, you have to freeze him, jump on him, and then you can get this thing. And more or less right after you get the ice beam. Well, just after you get the ice beam. Or is it a Gilmour? Zoomers are crawly boys. Oh, I've been saying the thing wrong the whole time? What the fuck is that thing then? It's a Gilmour? God, could you imagine working at Nintendo having to name all these enemies? The flesh suit. David Byrne once did Psycho Killer in a meat suit in the 90s. David Byrne meat suit. That's the first result. Amazing that I could just find that by typing David Byrne meat suit. I love the internet sometimes. Alright. I want to show it to you for a second. Where the fuck did it go? Don't you love it when your David Byrne meat suit video is just lost? You're trying to show your homies, and then it just disappears. So you have to download it again. It's gonna be loud for a second. Or it's just not gonna play at all. Alright, never mind then. Now you've seen the meat suit. And now you know that Samus is wearing the same thing. Someone just said that I spoiled Attack on Titan for them. Don't mind me, I just want to save my game. Game saved. You can even see all your upgrades. The flying boys aren't zoomers or Gilmours. They're waivers. Oh, dear lord. Anyway, yeah, we're making some pretty good progress here. I enjoy this. This is definitely better than just playing it without the mod. The quality of life stuff is nice. It looks a little bit better. I have a save state for this game from 2013. And I'm going to load it and see what happens. This file may not work. Yep, that's about what I expected. Alright. We're going to take a quick break. And Super Pat Mario up next for a little while.